Jake here for ExtremeTerrain, and today I'm taking a look at the Barricade HD Overland drop side step bars fitting 2022 and newer Tundra CrewMax. These steps are a great setup for the Tundra owner who is looking to have it all. Protection, accessibility, and style all in one compact package. These are a great side step that works well with the Tundra style. It gives you some nice benefits whether you're dailying your truck, building an overlanding rig, or anything that falls in between. Side steps are pretty ubiquitous modifications for a number of reasons. For one, they're usually an easy installation. They also make accessing the cabin of your truck a lot easier, and they can provide you with some additional protection too. Now these ones are kind of unique, and for that reason alone, I already dig them. You get the typical type of drop steps underneath of each door, and they've got built-in grips on them, plus these additional grips on the main portion of the bar itself as well. So you're gonna have plenty of traction no matter what part you're stepping on, even if you're out in wet or slippery conditions. Now, as you can see too, these steps are separate pieces. So if you really need the extra clearance for off-roading or overlanding or anything like that, you can always just unbolt them. As you can see, you can access the bolts right under there, and these guys are pretty open in the back too. So even if you do happen to take those steps off, you'll still have that extra traction right up here on the main part of the bar and some space to step up into the cabin and even access the bed of the truck with those steps off. And the main sections of the bars also have a pretty unique kind of angular style to them, and I think it really works well with the Tundra's angular styling language overall. They're a bit more modern than a traditional side step and gives them a bit of an edge in some ways, both literally and figuratively, versus a traditional side step. Now these do tuck up pretty close to your rocker panels too, so they're going to afford you plenty of protection from rocks or other obstacles, or even just dings in the parking lot. And with those side steps off, they're not going to impact your ground clearance that much either, so if you are happening to go off-road or do some overlanding, you're not going to catch those steps on things if you decide to take them off. Even if they stay on though, they don't drop down too far. As you can see, they're not too big despite the wide step width here, so they're not gonna really negatively impact too much out on the trail either, and they're gonna look cool when you're out on the street too. The steps and the main rails are constructed from heavy-duty steel plate for strength. As you can see, they're finished in a nice textured black powder coat. Both of those things mean that they're going to be resistant to rust and corrosion, and they should be able to take a beating whether you're on the trail or the street. Now, all of your brackets are made of the same type of steel, and they feature that same powder coating too, so this is going to be a very durable setup overall. Pricing will come in at about $600, and that puts them pretty much smack dab in the middle of the category. While they aren't as pricey as something like a powered side step, but you're still getting a really solid setup here that's going to withstand a lot of abuse, and it's going to look cool on your truck too. So if you like the style and you want some additional access and some modular capability here, this is going to be a great choice for you. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and you can expect this to take you about 2 hours to complete. Now, these are a totally bolt-on setup, no modifications are required to your truck, and again, they come with all the bracketry and the hardware that's necessary to get the job done too. So it is a job that you can absolutely accomplish at home in your garage or driveway. And in fact, to show you exactly what you've got to do right now, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through it.
The tools you're going to need for this install include an impact, an electric or regular 3/8 ratchet, a 16, 13, and 12 millimeter deep socket, and a 17 and 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench. What's up guys? Today we're going to be installing a set of side steps on our Tundra, so let's get started. Alright guys, so our first step is we're going to have to install our drop step onto our side step. So we're going to grab these bolt plates, we're going to lift up on our side step, slide these through. Going to do that for both sides here. Like so. Then you're going to grab your drop step. You're going to slide that through. Then you're going to grab your included washer, put it on both studs, then the included nuts. Now for the other side, now we can tighten these down with a 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench. So now you can repeat this process on the other side. Next step, we're going to be attaching our brackets. So this bracket is going to be the driver's side front where the two holes are split. The rest are going to be like this, which will say driver rear. There'll be 3 that say DR, and for the other side, PF and PR. So now we can attach this. We're going to throw our washer onto our bolt, put the bolt through, washer, and our nut. Same for the lower one. Washer, nut. So now we're going to snug these bolt nuts up with a 16mm socket and a 17mm wrench. We don't want to tighten these down fully, so we can have a little bit of room for adjustments once we get that onto the vehicle. Now for the remaining 3, we're going to be using this type of bracket. We're going to line this up, throw our washers on our bolts. We can throw our washers on the back side. Thread our nut on. Same tools, 16mm socket and 17mm wrench. Just gonna snug these up. Now you can repeat that process for the remaining 2 on this side and for the other side. All right guys, so now we're under the vehicle. We're ready to install our side steps. We're gonna get these lined up with our holes. You're gonna grab the smaller bolts, which is a bolt, lock washer, and washer. We're gonna thread those into our locations. All right guys, so to get this in a little easier, you can grab a buddy to help you hold up the other end. So now we can get our bracket lined up, thread in our second bolt. Now we can tighten this down with a 13mm socket. Now you can repeat that process for the remaining 3 brackets. So now that your driver's side step is fully installed and tightened down, you can repeat that process on the other side. So that's going to wrap up the install on our Barricade HD Overland drop side step bars for your 22 and newer Tundra CrewMax. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tundra, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.